Hello. So I was thinking about questions I get about your ice cream, tips for making your ice cream. As some people who have at home um, ice cream makers, either the old churn ones or the new ones that have the little cylinders you put in the freezer. How come theirs doesn't always turn out the same every time? Well, if you're using a home maker like a Cuisinart that you take your bowls and you put them in the freezer, those bowls have to be completely frozen in order to work. Our commercial machine has its own compressor, so it freezes really quick, keeps everything inside there really cold all the time in order to freeze. Whereas when you have the ones that are just the bowls, if those bowls aren't completely frozen and the liquid inside isn't all frozen up, your ice cream won't freeze as well. We also used to have a tabletop machine that used to sit on the counter that was made for restaurants. That was also a 2-quart one, but it also had its old compressor as well. So we were able to turn out more ice cream at a time than having to refreeze each bowl as we went. Another tip to make sure that your ice cream freezes really well is to make sure that your bases are cold. So our bases stay in the freezer all the time, and once we defrost them, we then go ahead and we then start putting it all in the mixer. Also, our inclusions, so all the nuts that we put in, all the toppings that I put in, the nuts, the cookies, the marshmallows, they all stay in the freezer as well. Our cookie pieces get chopped up the night before, and I either put some of them in the freezer or the refrigerator, depending if they freeze too much. All of the chocolate chips spend their days in the freezer as well till they come out to be put into the ice cream. And so does our toffee. So everything stays frozen in the freezer till it's ready to be put into the ice cream when it comes out of the machine. I hope these tips are helpful for you. So if you want your homemade ice cream to be good and be rich and creamy and come out as a thick ice cream, then all you need to do is make sure everything is cold and that everything you put into it is cold, because any temperature that is raised higher than your machine will also then decrease your temperature in your ice cream. So you want everything cold before it goes in. If you have any other questions, just leave a note in the comments and we maybe will answer your question. Thank you for listening, and we hope to see what questions we get next.